Hello and welcome. I'm Emily Baker. As you may have seen from my previous videos, this month is the merry month of March. Let's see where my Perceptionary cards takes us and see what happens for the month of March. I haven't looked back on my videos yet for January or February. I don't know if you have thought, yes, they're good or they're bad. That's absolutely fine. But let's just see what cards I get pulled out. Now the Perceptionary cards themselves are ones that I've created, and I always pick from the back of the card so I don't get to see the colours and get distracted. So we're looking for the month of March 2021. Okay, just put those down. Right. Okay. So as per usual, what I'm going to be doing is just to have a look to see which way round I feel that the card needs to go. And I do feel, actually, I don't know how to say, for me it's that way round. And for you, for a lot of you, it may feel very much like that, I don't know. Now for me, this feels as though I've got a person here, and it's that whole merry month. And I know we talk about the merry month of May, but for me it feels as though it's about March. It's going to be about being merry compared to what it has been in January and February. I was thinking about this earlier on, and the feeling that I got, and it kept on coming into mind, was like a spring being coiled up, ready to spring into action. And this card, I went, oh, that's good, because that exuberance that comes up from this person, with the arms outstretched and perhaps wearing a hat, feels very much like that. Now I see it as a cartoon kind of figurine, if you like. Some people may say, oh, it looks like a spider and horrible and blah, but no, I feel about that exuberance, because I feel about, have a look at these colours up here. Now the card, when I look at it, because the camera will always give us slightly different hues and different tones, but for me this is very much like a turquoise blue. So we've got emotions running in there, we've got communications running in there, and we've got learning in there. So all of that is very much going to be about March. Communication through learning, definitely. I mean, we just have to look to see what's going on about with the figures and with what government lets out and things like that. So I think there's more information to come out to us. I feel as though for the month of March, it's going to be very much things moving forward. Things maybe not in the way that we want them to, maybe in the way that they need to be. Now up here, I can also see now you see, I'm thinking it looks like a pig, and I'm not sure if it's a pig, yes, its nose there, or a bear. Okay, so I'm going to come back to that one. I'm not sure if it's a pig or a bear. Here I've got an outline of a face up here showing to me. This green here is all about learning. All right, so when it's dark green, as it's showing down here, just going to check that it is. Yes, it is. That's about wisdom. So with all of this, hopefully with the communication, and we've got wisdom growing down here, the communication that is going to be happening for the month of March is going to be based on wisdom and the things that we've learned, the things that we've done, not about the things that we're going to be doing, but about the things we are going to be doing, but about the things that we've learned. And hopefully we are going to learn from things and use that learning to move forward and have that as our basis, our core, our kind of like, okay, let's use what we know to move forward. And whether that be your business, whether that be your personal life, whether it be the government, whatever, but that's where that one is for me. Okay, so let's go back up here to the top very briefly. So the gentleman again is in, now you know what's really strange, I turn it around and I can't see it. It's that face, both of those things have disappeared. When I turn it around and look closer, it's completely gone, because to me it looks like that. So hopefully it's not too blurry for you, but here, let's have a look, there we go. You can still see it, but you can't see the bear or the pig or whatever, but you can actually see a couple of more people here. And that's what's wonderful about these cards, because it's kind of like, oh, that's come back. It's like a 3D thing. It's gone, it comes, it goes. So it could actually even be a wolf. Whatever animal. Okay. Pigs are actually intelligent. Let's put that onto the table. Pigs are intelligent. They're not as dumb as people think that they are. They are intelligent. And in fact, when you think about tattoo artists, we are okay, they will use pig skin to learn on because they're the closest to us. They are also called, we are called long pigs in Fiji. When they had cannibalism, we were called long pigs. Why? Because we taste like pork. Have a look at the research done with regards to cannibalism, and you'll find out that people do say that humans, I haven't done that by the way, taste like pork. And a lot of people will not eat pork because of the relationship between us and them. Pigs will actually eat us, by the way. I hate to point this out, that they will actually bite us and eat us. All right, so no. Tip for you that my dad gave: if a boar comes running towards you, climb up a tree, because they can't, and hopefully if it's a wide one, they get their tusks in the bark of the tree, trunk of the tree. So I don't see that as a boar. I see that as either a bear or a wolf. There being the ears there, sorry, there and there, eyes there. Very forward animal, an animal that has its eyes forward, so it could be seen as a predator, but it's the eyes forward, therefore looking forward. I feel as though it's alert, wanting to find out more. It's wanting to learn, not learn necessarily, well, it has got learning there, but for me it's very much a case of let me show you, let me guide you, let me come this way. I'm curious, and it's about curiosity, wanting to sniff you out, wanting to find out more about you. And I think, you know, we have gone through this lockdown, for me and from the people that I've been speaking to, has been about much more in depth about learning about ourselves, things that we've been trying to run away with and trying to run away from, especially in the first lockdown. You know, there was a lot of, oh, we can still do this. We could still hide behind the summer sun and all the rest of it, but it's very much more about you. This lockdown is very much about, more centered about who you are. What is it that ticks? What doesn't tick for you? What is it that makes you happy or sad? What are your triggers? Okay, now my triggers have come up. Absolutely, my triggers have come up. They have shown themselves, and I'm kind of going, oh God, I thought I sorted that one out. And they're not sorted. So they've reared their ugly heads up again. It's getting there, but it's a slow process. And it's that curiosity of like, let me just, you've changed. There's something about you that's changed. And I feel as though this strength of the animal, whether it be a bear, a fox, a wolf, or whatever, all of them about curiosity, but about strength as well. Not strength against you, but more about saying, okay, I want to be a companion. It feels like a companion animal, not an animal about to attack. Okay, it's about, let me sniff you out. Let me see who you are. Okay, I can trust you. My question is, do you trust yourself? Okay, so March is going to be still an explanation about ourselves. It's still going to be about testing things coming up for us. We've got our wisdom. Well, we know about this about ourselves. We know about this about our job. We know how this progresses, etc. We'll move forward. And up here, the person's face that I'm seeing up here, and even if I pull it a bit closer, you get to see. Now, see, first of all, I thought it was a male, but now I'm looking at it as a female. I think that's just simply because of, and it feels like an older generation. So again, it's about that learning, because it's got the light green, don't forget, for me, that's about learning. But it's got about that pink in there, so it's about love, it's about learning, it's being kind to yourself. Be kind about the person who you are, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. Be kind about this explanation. Now, while I'm just looking at that, I can see a creature appearing over here. And I'm not sure. I can see an eye, a nose and a mouth. And I'm not too sure what that is at the moment, I have to say. This, for me, I'm looking at that. That looks like a letter, or it looks like, it feels like music, actually. So again, it's about hearing about the spring. And again, for me, I don't see this creature here as being nasty. It's much more about, here I am, hello. And again, it may be one of those things that you're facing, that you're learning about yourself, and it may be a different facet about yourself. Okay, let's just quickly turn it around. Now that was the eye of that creature there. Just have a look. Now for me, that's turned into a person. So again, it's about people, very much about people. I can see a person's face there as well. And it's all about, it's very much about people, isn't it? Let me just turn it around this way, see what crops up. See, now we've got a gentleman here. I say gentleman because they're wearing a moustache, so if it's a lady, I do apologise. But wearing a bigger overcoat, so I've gone back in time, big moustache, hair brill creamed back, quite thick hair there as well. If you can understand that, who that person is, that's great. For me, again, that's very much charismatic. Being very charismatic, being that film star kind of a character coming forth. So there's that element being shown. Okay, and on this, you see this, fabulous. Now here, I was just going to say, this colour here, which is this kind of purpley, dark maroon red colour. And then I saw this face here and I went, it's her body, of course. And look, it's like a trapeze artist, thank you, swinging through the air. And again, it's about that fun. So I think fun is on the cards. It's about being curious, being charismatic, having fun. We're allowed to have a bit of fun. It's just the way that we have the fun is restricted for us here in the UK. It may not be for wherever you are in the world, but it is, for me, it feels as though March is that coiling of that spring, ready to leap forward. And it may be April, it may be June, it may be May, maybe July, whenever. But it feels as though that getting ready, it's that getting ready, putting on the hat, putting on music. It feels very jubilant card. This is not a card to be somber with, not one where we're going to be going, woe is me, I'm going to have to sit in a darkened room. It's not that. Use your own knowledge here. Use that as your base. You know you. You are the best person to know you. Okay? You're the person who lives with yourself 365 days, 24/7. I don't. I live with myself. I have to deal with my bits and pieces. So I love that the wolf is coming out, or I do see this as a wolf or a dog or a bear coming out and being curious, wanting to know, who are you? Are you friendly or foe? Yes, I feel as though you're friendly. You're wanting to have fun, wanting to they're curious about you, just as much as you're perhaps kind of saying, here I am, this is me. But state who you are. Have that communication about who you are. And yes, emotions are going to be running all over the place still. Emotions are not going to be settled down, but learn. So this bit here is all about learning. It's all yellows and blue, greens and things like that. So it's all about learning who you are, learning to be who you are, learning to be comfortable with who you are. And if there's things about you don't like, well, note them down and change. There's nothing to say that you can't change. And I would say, have a look. There's core elements to us all. Okay, there are core elements that are very difficult to change because of breeding or how we've been brought up, who we are, our gender, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc. There's loads of reasons. But I know that there was a point in my childhood that I didn't like myself. I didn't like who I was. I was angry all the time and I didn't like who I was. So I thought of a person and I said, actually, I would like to be like them. Now, I didn't know anything about them. All I knew is that they went to, it was actually Mother Teresa, and complete opposite to who I actually was at that time. I was a complete opposite. I was angry all the time. I didn't like things and blah, blah, blah. So I didn't really know much about her. All I knew was that she went around, helped people, healed people, was nursing. I didn't know she smoked. Didn't know about her troubles, her own personal problems, etc. And I said, that's who I want to be. That's who I want to emanate. And literally over the course of the few days, I went and said, I don't need to be angry. I don't need to be this. Why am I this? Okay, I'm not communicating clearly enough. I'm not expressing who I am. I'm not saying to people, this is why I'm frustrated. This is why I'm annoyed. So that just kind of a thought of, I don't like this. I need to change. Once you've made that conscious decision to make a change, then you're halfway there. You are halfway there, because it's that consciousness of saying, this is not who I am anymore. I don't want to be this. I'm tired of being angry. I'm tired of moaning. I'm tired of doing all of this. Is there a different way? Let me try a different way. Let me be a different way. Accept that there are those elements there, and accept that they will occur again, and there will be moments when you're not going to be happy. You're going to be frustrated. You are going to be annoyed. You are going to be everything that you don't want to be. But they will occur for a moment. But you can say, hello, okay, I get you. However, shall we have a look at it this way? And it's finding a new, different angles about yourself. Okay, we're not just, oh, she's a mum, or she's my sister. It's more complicated. We're more complicated than that. We have a whole wreath of emotions. And it's all of that is going to be cropping up in March, I feel. People are going to be settled in their emotions. People are going to be settled about who they are, grounded about who they are. Some people are kind of going, oh, I'm still not sure. It's okay to be curious. It's okay to say, actually, am I okay? Am I all right? Am I happy with who I am? Absolutely. Am I happy with what I'm doing? Absolutely. That's great. Absolutely wonderful. Not a problem. But also I would then just say, watch out for that spring, that coiled spring of like, oh, I'm ready to get going. I'm ready to be doing. I'm ready to I've got my list. I'm doing parts of the actions. Spring is so much upon us now. We've had the last full moon of winter. Spring is definitely around. The birds are nesting. Trust me, they're nesting. And they're all getting prepared. It's all that preparation. It's about preparation for what's to come. That kind of allowed to breathe. And this, I think, is allowing us to breathe. It's breathing. So for me, that is the merry month of March, and I'm so glad that I've pulled this card. It really does sum up everything. I am curious about the bear or the wolf, and either one. I don't see them as nasty. I see them as companions again, and I see them very much as ones who will happily walk by my side. They're curious about me. I'm curious about them. Who are they? What do they emanate? For me, there's a bit of spirituality there, which is fabulous, because I sniffed that out for me. Guide me, protect me, help me. So there is guidance there. You're not alone. You're going to have a companion walking with you. You're not going to be, for me, this, whether it be spirituality, physical, metaphysical, however you want to look at it, but it's not about being on your own. And again, about knowing that there's love there as well. There's compassion, old mother wisdom there, about compassion, about love, about who are you? Okay, let me embrace you. Let me take you on as you are. Let me accept you for who you are. Accept you for who you are in all of your different facets. And whatever it is that your job is, you may be thinking, oh gosh, what's my purpose in life? Because for many of us, we haven't been working. We're kind of going, what's our purpose? Well, what about being who you are? It's not about finding a way of raising millions of pounds and all the rest of it. Okay, that's great. But maybe our purpose is just to be who you are. I mean, my purpose is to help others. and I've sat with it and I've gone through it, and I said, okay, it's actually to be there to be helpful to other people. Lovely. So that's me. That is the card for March. Okay, so that's the Merry Month of March card. Thank you for listening to me. These are the Perceptionary cards. I'd just like to show you that they are all different. And so far we've had 3 different cards for each month, which is great because there's 49 in the set. And that's the back of the cards. If you'd like to have any further information about Perceptionary cards, or about the things that I do, about readings or anything, I'm going to put a link to my website and you'll be able to find that through there. And I hope to look forward to seeing you next month. Look after yourselves, keep safe, keep well, and remember to breathe. Do breathe. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.